Hello folks, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're in the HP Reverb G2. I hope you're all doing well. And this video is just a bit of a recap of the HP Reverb G2. I've had it for 10 months now, and I was very lucky to be one of the first people to have this headset. So that means I've had it for the longest, perhaps, than most people, but I bet you I've also used it probably more than most, I would say. I bet I've got well over 1,000 hours in this thing, or more, to be honest. It's probably even 2,000, who knows? So I think I'm quite well qualified to be able to give you a sort of long-term review of this headset, but I'm not going to be long, so don't worry, this video is going to be quite short actually, and I hope you're enjoying this beautiful, incredible scenery here. We're in the Just Flight Warrior over Orbex Innsbruck. I'm using motion reprojection. So that means you might see a bit of prop tearing because I'm using the Windows Mixed Reality mirror. I just want to say that that doesn't bother me at all. I actually really like motion reprojection because it gives me that kind of simulation of 90 frames per second. Now, some people don't like it and they prefer it off, but you know, VR is a personal thing and that is fine too. But that brings me to a point actually. To talk about the software, first of all, of the HP Reverb G2. When it was first released, the Windows Mixed Reality platform was still in its baby steps of sort of, I guess, progression, and it stagnated. That's a good word, isn't it? It stagnated for quite a few years with the Reverb G1 and the Samsung Odyssey Plus and all those kind of headsets, but since the iteration of Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's really given the Windows Mixed Reality team a massive sort of incentive to improve the software, and boy have they done that quietly in the background. Unlike Oculus and Steam VR, they are working on the OpenXR platform and producing a lot of updates that they just appear and you have to sort of notice them. They don't really... Well, I think they announced them, but not like, you know, the big players in the VR world. And I feel in the past 3 to 4 months, there's been a number of key updates to the OpenXR Windows Mixed Reality runtime platform for the Reverb G2 that's made this exceptional. We can now go down to 22.5 frames per second with motion reprojection. It does it better than Oculus, I feel. It certainly does it better than the Vive Pro as well. And the Steam VR platform, which actually can't go down to 22.5 frames per second unless you've got a native Steam VR headset like the Valve Index. So there's no doubt about it that the software, which used to be the Achilles heel of the Reverb, isn't anymore. It's actually very good. It's very, very good. So that's something that has changed in the 10 months of my ownership. Also, I want to answer the question, is the Reverb G2 still the king of clarity? Oh hell yeah, it definitely well is. Even though there are higher resolution headsets out there, you try running them, even with a 3090 at native resolution. I can actually run this at native resolution very, very easily and get fantastic frame rates anywhere, particularly in the Microsoft Flight Simulator world. I really can. And even if I, you know, gradually if I go down to 22.5 frames and then back up to 45 again, or even 30, it's quite seamless and it's not a problem. I don't even notice it, because that's one of the areas that they have been working on, and you probably wouldn't even know that unless you're a geek like me and notice these things. Look at this showers here, amazing. This is live weather here in Innsbruck. I love these kind of conditions in this sim. It really shows the dynamic weather off really well. So it still is the king of clarity, but there's a few other things I want to mention. I think the Reverb G2 is the best looking headset out there right now still. I think that black, sort of matte black finish with the HP logo, the Index inspired floating ear design is still the best audio in the business, and it keeps me very cool. I just think it's a really all-round superb headset, and actually I think it looks better now than it did when it was first released. When you consider the current crop of headsets, I think it still holds its own even better now, and there are some very good deals out there for the Reverb G2 if you can get hold of one. And that brings me to the other unfortunate negative with this headset, and that is the fact that HP, I don't think they realised what an absolute winner they had on their hands, and unfortunately it's been almost impossible to pick a Reverb G2 up for quite a while. It's a shame, and it's been that the sort of the launch of the headset has brought about a bit of a bad taste for a lot of people, but if you just think about the headset on its own merits, it's a fabulous headset, and I wouldn't want to be living in a world where this headset does not exist. Honestly, I adore this headset. I really do. That's not to say I don't adore other ones as well. I think it's pretty clear that I absolutely love the 8KX. I was never expecting to. That is the most, like, the Lamborghini of the VR headset world. That is my little slogan for that headset, because it is. It feels incredibly special, but it's also very expensive. And I think the G2, with its sort of inside-out tracking system and the way it works in this sim pre-update 5, I must say as well, because it's going to be even better after that, well, it really is an absolute no-brainer. Now the only thing is the headset does not play well with AMD systems, and also the field of view is very narrow, and that is, in 2021 and especially 2022, I feel that's going to get old very quickly. So I really hope that HP are developing a Reverb G3 which has a wider field of view. That would be killer. That would be amazing. You see the prop tearing there. I know I'm gonna get loads of comments saying, oh, it's awful. It doesn't bother me, guys, honestly. It doesn't bother me at all. And there is a fix for that, if you so desire. I think the motion reprojection, how everything is insanely smooth outside for flights like this, oh, I love it. It's one of the big reasons why I love the Reverb G2, actually, because of the way the motion reprojection works. It is fabulous. I also just want to add that a lot of people think that I'm being sponsored or paid off by a company to say certain things. It's quite hilarious really reading the comments, but I can assure you guys that all my opinions are my own. I can say what I damn well like on this channel, and that will never change, okay? But in the case of the Reverb G2, I honestly feel that in the sort of mist of summer 2021, this headset is looking better and more impressive than the day it was released. I think the software has matured. HP have sorted out some of the, the cable problems that I know some of you have had a problem with. I do feel that there's still issues with AMD users. My buddy Sven, who's a dear supporter of the channel, does have problems with his headset, and it's such a shame. And I really hope that HP have taken on board all the criticisms, all of the, I guess, opportunities for learning. And when and if, I hope we get a Reverb G3, I've no idea, guys, just to put it out there, I've no idea, but if we do get a Reverb G3 next year, I really hope that it's going to build upon what we already have with this headset, because it really is a fantastic value for money headset. And I do feel, if you're still in the market for a Reverb G2, if you can find a deal on one, absolutely get one, because this headset isn't going anywhere, and in 2 and 3 years time, even though VR is moving on very quick, I still feel this will be a fantastic proposition and investment for your VR aviating. Anyway, from me and this beautiful area in Innsbruck, I bid you farewell. Thank you so much, have a wonderful summer, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.